All right, everyone, we are going to go ahead and get started so that we can be respectful of your time. Welcome to the School of Arts and Sciences NORC PassNo Credit Information Session. My name is Dean Pinto Figueroa, and I'm the Dean of Academic Services, and I'm very happy to be here with you today. So thank you for joining us, and I'll have my colleague also introduce herself.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Spencer Carrion, and I am an Assistant Dean in the School of Arts and Sciences, NORC, and I'm pleased to be here with you today alongside Dr. Pinto Figueroa.
Wonderful. So we do have a chat area, and we also have a Q&A section that you will find on the right-hand side of your computer screen. So as we are going through the session, if you have any questions, feel free to type it in there. And then we will answer all the questions that are remaining at the end of the session. I also want to let you know that we are recording this presentation so that we can also make it available to students that were not able to join us today. So as you probably have already read, an email went out on November 25th from the university presidents and from the provost expressing the fact that the institution has decided to allow students to be able to use a PassNo credit grade option for one or more courses this semester. So in order to be able to ensure that you have the information that you need to make an appropriate decision, we are holding this information session to provide you with additional details about the PassNo credit option. I have included, which you will see on the screen, the link to the My Run webpage that has the email that went out with all of the details about the PassNo credits, which we will also go into more detail here. So how do you access the PassNo credits widget in order to be able to opt in? Very simply, you would go into the My Rutgers portal, and you are going to click on the dashboard tab. Once you click on that tab, please click on the link to access the PassNo credit widget. Now, this will only become available starting tomorrow, Tuesday, December 15th, and it will stay open and available until January 12th, 2021 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. So you have a little more than a month to decide whether or not you want to opt in, and then to go through the process of selecting which course you want to elect into the PassNo credit option. So again, this will start on December 15th, and the deadline to submit your request for a PassNo credit option is January 12th. So what does it mean to elect into a pass grade option? A pass essentially means that you have passed the class. And so it is going to show up as a PA on your transcript where typically the grade would show up. A pass grade can be implemented for a grade of A, B, or C. Again, it means you have passed the class. You will earn the credits for that course. You will satisfy the requirements that that course could potentially count for. The big difference, though, is instead of a letter grade showing up for that course, PA will show up, and again, it'll mean that you have passed the class, and it will not calculate into your GPA. Therefore, let's say you've received C grades, and you would want to opt into the pass option instead of having the C grade calculated into your GPA. You would go into the My Rutgers portal, into the PassNo credit widget between December 15th and January 12th. You're going to select which course you want to opt into, and then you would submit that request. And that C grade would eventually convert to a pass grade, where again, you earn credit for the course, you satisfy the requirements, but it will not calculate into your GPA. The second grade option is the no credits option. A no credit grade will show up as an NC on your transcript. The no credit grade would be implemented for a grade of C minus, D, or F. Now, typically, undergraduate courses do not offer a C minus grade, so we're really going to be talking about D grades and F grades, okay? So again, if you find that you have earned a D grade or an F grade for the fall semester, you would go into your My Rutgers portal, into the PassNo credit widget. You're going to indicate the course that you want to implement this option for, and eventually the D or F grade will convert into a no credit. What does a no credit mean? Well, it means that you did not pass the class, you did not earn the degree credits for the class, it will not satisfy any requirements that you were taking the course for, and it will not calculate into your GPA. So many of you may opt in for the no credit grade option if you earn an F grade, as it will have the greatest impact on your GPA by going from an F grade to an NC. However, if you receive a D grade, there could be implications because for a D grade, you earn college credits. You would still get 3 credits for a course where you earned a D grade. If you opt into the no credits, while it will certainly help your GPA, there will be implications as you will not receive credit for that course. And so it's something that may take a little bit more thought to really think about whether or not you want to pursue the no credit option for that specific course. Okay, there we go. So some additional information for you to be aware of related to PassNo credits. The option applies to all Rutgers undergraduate courses for the fall semester. Another question that comes up is whether or not you need your instructor to approve your request for the PassNo credits. And the simple answer is no. You do not need an instructor's approval to request a PassNo credit option. However, we do recommend that you seek out inputs from your instructor and that you talk through this option with your academic advisor so that you are aware of all the implications of the PassNo credit option in your particular scenario. So what are some implications to consider as you're making the decision? Number one, final grades. Although the PassNo credit widget will become available December 15th, it stays open quite a while. It'll be open till January 12th. Final grades are due January 5th. Therefore, if you see that you have not received the final grade yet for your class, if you're on the border of 2 grades and you're not sure how you're doing on your final exam, if you're just not sure because you want to think through the option, my recommendation would be for you to wait for your final grades to be posted before making a decision about PassNo credit. Again, you have until January 12th, so you do have some time to really weigh out the implications, weigh out the pros and cons before making a final decision. So take that time and use that time to really think through your options. Number 2, another important item to consider as you're making a decision. Are you applying to graduate programs this year? Graduate programs have their own sort of process for how they will weigh a PassNo credit grade on your transcript. Is that something that is seen as problematic? Is that something that they will not accept? So you really need to think through, especially if you're applying to graduate programs, what the cost-benefit analysis is of opting in for a PassNo credit option. Again, if you're applying to graduate programs, this is probably where a conversation with your instructor, with your faculty advisor, and even with your academic advisor would come into play. those would be really good resources for you to really think through whether or not it's in your best interest to opt in for the PassNo credits. A graduate program may prefer to see the letter grade, even if it is a C, rather than a pass. So again, these are things that you really need to think through and talk through, and you have us to support you as you're thinking through these options. Another thing that you might want to do is if you are in the midst of applying to a graduate program or a professional program such as medical school, law school, etc., you may want to pick up the phone and give a call to the admissions office just to double check and see what their thoughts are on the PassNo credit option. Many schools are being flexible in accepting it, while others are not. So again, really think through the options before you make a final decision. The third point of consideration is financial aid. In the last example that I offered regarding D grades, where a D grade you earn college credits and a no credit you do not, that might be a scenario where speaking to financial aid would be helpful to determine whether or not opting into the no credit would actually hurt you from a financial aid perspective. So your financial aid counselor is available to speak with you. And again, reach out to your academic advisor if you're not sure who to reach out to or just need to think it through a little bit more. And then the last example that I give here of a point of consideration are D grades, which I've already spoken about extensively. So just again, a reminder that if you earn a D grade, that might be an area where you really want to think through the benefits and the sort of points that might discourage that. So we are going to take some questions at the end of this session, but after today, if you still have questions, who do you talk to? Who do you reach out to? So number one, definitely reach out to your academic advisor. The Office of Academic Services is available every day, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. We have live advisors on, so you're not speaking to a robot, you're speaking to an advisor when you log on, and there is someone always on Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. So you can log in using the website I have provided, which is our Zoom virtual office link, passcode SASN. Again, log in at any point, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 to speak to an advisor. Your second option is you can set an appointment with your academic advisor. You can send them an email if you're already working very closely with them, or you can use Run for Success, which I've included the link here on the slide, to schedule an appointment with your advisor. Now, we are at the end of the semester. There's about little less than 2 weeks left before we go on winter break. And so if you go on Run for Success and you find that there are no available appointments, please do not panic. We are still available and able to assist you. My recommendation would be to either send your advisor an email or log into our virtual office hours so that we can get you connected to the right people. Okay? And then just a reminder that the university is closed starting Friday, December 25th, all the way until Sunday, January 3rd. We will reopen on January 4th. And so if you have questions, we're going to ask that you remain patient during that winter break and that you follow up with our office when we reopen on January 4th. But in the meantime, we are available and accessible over the course of the next 2 weeks for any questions or concerns that come up between now and then. So I'm just going to take a pause. I'm going to ask Dean Carrion if she has any additional thoughts that she would want to add. And then I'm going to see if there's any questions in the chat and in the Q&A section. Dean Carrion, is there anything that I've missed that you want to add?
I think you've covered everything. I would just encourage the students who are tuned in that if you have any points of confusion at all, please reach out to the academic advisors. We're more than happy to review any questions you have about it. Even if you ask a question today and you still have some thoughts after today, definitely don't hesitate ever to reach out to us and ask for assistance. We really are here for you and excited to talk with you about any questions you may have. Speaking of questions, don't forget we do have the chat and Q&A box open right now. So if you do have any questions, whether they're very specific or very broad, please feel free to type those now so that we can help you while we're logged in live and answer questions that maybe the other folks in the audience might have had as well.
All right, so we're going to give it a few minutes just to see if any questions come in. And if not, again, you know how to reach us. Please do not hesitate to reach out to us. And we will also make this presentation available so that you can re-review it if you've seen it already, or if you're seeing it for the first time, you can take a look at the information shared today.
It looks like we did just get a question come into the Q&A box.
Sure.
So someone said, if they do decide to, it says, if I do decide to pass a class that is the last class required for my minor, does that pass still satisfy my minor? They are a chemistry minor, they included. So if they used PassNo credit and did pass.
That is a great question. So thank you for asking that. Absolutely, the answer is yes. If you decide to opt into a pass and the course is the last course or any course for your minor or major, it will still count to satisfy your major and minor. So you do not have to be concerned about having to retake the class, or you do not have to be concerned that the class is not going to count. The class will still count for your major and for your minor if you pass the class and opt into the pass PA grade option. So thank you for asking that.
And we just got another one. Someone said, hello, where will this video be posted?
Great question. Karen, where are we going to post this presentation?
So this will be available on our website. If you all didn't know, our office, the Office of Academic Services, which our website is linked right now on the screen, it's sasn.rutgers.edu/OAS, is our main webpage where you can find the links to everything that Dr. Pinto-Figueroa talked about today, whether that be Run for Success, our virtual office hours, and that will also lead you to other more specific web pages depending on what student you are. Are you new? Are you a returning student? But this will be on our main web page, linked in there so that you can find that, and then on that same spot, schedule an appointment with your advisor if you have any follow-up questions. So sasn.rutgers.edu/OAS. And if you don't visit that web page frequently, I would advise you to do so because we have a lot of updates on there we post throughout the semester.
Yes, absolutely. Great points. There is a lot of useful information. I know sometimes it's a lot to navigate all of the websites, and there's a lot of information. So that's where your advisor certainly comes into, as a wonderful resource to help you navigate some of that information. So thank you for plugging in the website and letting us know where the video will be posted.
No problem. We got another question. Let's see. So it's not necessarily specifically about PassNo credit, but it's asking about courses that you've taken here for credit and whether they impact your GPA or not. So if you take a course here at Rutgers University Newark, that does calculate into your GPA. Coursework that you've taken elsewhere and not transferred in does not calculate into your GPA. And similarly, if you've transferred in a course as a dual enrollment, AP, or just a transfer course if you are a transfer student, that does not calculate into your GPA. It shows up on your transcript as transfer credit. So I'm glad we were able to answer that question for you today. I know it's not necessarily about PassNo credit, though, but thank you for asking.
I do want to add, though, I would definitely speak to your advisor because you're not able to receive credit twice for the same class. Therefore, in the event that you are taking something right now that you may have received credit for before, there may need to be some adjustments made to your transcript. So please reach out to your academic advisor, send them an email, just so that you can take a look at what you're registered and what you've previously transferred in to make sure everything is on the up and up with your transcript.
Absolutely. In rereading the question, it seems like it's a very specific situation. So if you haven't met with your advisor at all this semester, I would say get started now before the break, and then schedule regular semesterly appointments at least with your advisor so that they're aware of that situation moving forward and how it can impact your overall degree plan.
Absolutely. Yes. You definitely recommend meeting with your advisor at least once a semester. So that's a great plug.
Oh, the person said, I know that was random. Sorry. Don't apologize. We're here to help.
There's no such thing as random questions. Every question is a good question.
Absolutely. Another question, they said, I understand that I really have to think about this option. However, would this pass ever affect being a member of pre-health committee or committee sponsorship process, or no?
So that is a great question, and that goes back to my earlier point about how PassNo credit could impact a graduate application. So depending on where you're applying to, if it's medical school, dental school, PA, PT programs, I definitely think that you should have a conversation with our pre-professional services team. So hopefully you're already connected with Dean Falens and Mr. Appia and the rest of our pre-professional services team. I would reach out to them. I don't think that the PassNo credit option will affect your ability to receive sponsorship. However, I know that there are lots of components that go into the committee sponsorship. Lots of things need to be done, attending a workshop, certain grades, certain GPA. And so I don't want to give you false information or mislead you in any way. So I would definitely recommend that you reach out to Dean Falens and speak to him about, what you're taking, the fact that you're looking to potentially opt into the PassNo credit, and to make a determination as to whether that would impact your eligibility for sponsorship.
Thank you. Any other questions folks might have before we wrap up for the afternoon? You can post in either the Q&A or the chat box.
All right, so I am going to take that as the fact that our presentation hit all the questions and that we are good for today. I really want to thank those of you that attended our presentation live today. I do recognize that it's a reading day and that there's a lot of pressure right now to be studying. So I so appreciate you taking a few minutes to, deter from your studying and to join us for this discussion today. I want to wish you much luck with your final exams. I also want to wish you a happy season. We are so proud of you for making it to the end and for being successful and getting through this rough semester. And we are also looking forward to seeing you next semester. Again, we are available every day, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or concerns. And we will, again, make this video available to everyone after the presentation. Dean Carrion, is there anything you want to leave us with?
Happy holiday season to those who celebrate the holidays this December, January. Good luck on your finals. I echo all of Dr. Pinto-Figueroa's sentiments, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your afternoon.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Bye, everyone.